Mark Sarazano again with the International Piano Technicians School. I'm doing a 24-cent pitch raise on this. I just went through the temperament, each note tuned just once, no corrections made. What we do is we start with A4. It was about 24 cents flat. You tune it 25 cents sharp, so that's 25% sharp, so 24, a quarter of that is 6. So we tuned it about, it was like 5.5 cents sharp. And this is now 3.4 cents sharp because it's all coming down, which happens when you do a pitch raise. The notes will drop. But what doesn't happen is that once you tune an interval to be perfect, during the pitch raise, that interval will be destroyed. That doesn't happen. And I can show you here because we've got all of these notes have been tuned only once. They've all dropped while we're doing this. And the APE system has a method of checking to correct in case they drop or drift during the tuning, but these didn't. So now, they didn't, but we're going to do a bit of refinement. But the kind of refinement that we're going to get here is something that could happen in a fine tuning as well. It's not a big deal. So first thing we do is check the fifths. And we do hear something not great, eh? Then the fourths. Not great. Not great. So the APE system has a very specific procedure. When you find an interval that doesn't fit, you check each note the way it was tuned originally. And because the sequence is so precise, we can use that. We can tune or check the notes the way it was originally tuned in the temperament sequence because the sequence is so accurate. Beat speed windows, bisecting beat speed windows. So take a look at the C, which by the way I just did tune. And now what we're going to do, when we tune the C, we were listening for it to be correct. Now I'm listening for it to be wrong because I have a reason for it to be wrong. The CF is too noisy. I think it's too wide. Usually if the fourth is not good, it's either too wide or pure. And in this case, this is not pure, it's too noisy, so we assume it's because it's too wide, but you could check using the check note. Yeah, it's definitely wide, but is it too wide? Yeah, it is too wide because that's beating too much up there. Okay, so now, because it's a wide fourth, we're going to look for permission to lower the top note, lower the F, or raise the C. So, how was the F tuned? It was tuned as a pure 4/2. We're going to try and hear slow fast. No. If anything, that might be a fast slow. Do I do anything about it? No. So now we're going to go, just don't forget why we're here, trying to fix this fourth. So now let's go to the C. Now the C was tuned from the E. We want to raise the C to fix the wide fourth. So we hope that the CE is too wide. If the CE is too wide, we can raise the C and fix the wide fourth. So if it's too wide, this is going to be too fast. So when we check the notes the way they were originally tuned, they were originally tuned slow, medium, fast. But now I want to hear slow, fast, fast. Because if it is slow, fast, fast, I have permission to raise the C. But now, when I first tuned the C, I was trying to hear slow, medium, fast. Auditory illusion says that if something is close but wrong and you're trying to hear it right, you'll hear it right and it won't get fixed. But if something is close but wrong and you try to hear it wrong, you'll hear it wrong and you'll fix it. So let's try to hear a slow, fast, fast. Yeah. And now the thing is, the changes we're making are very, very small. Check the slow, medium, fast? No, because my ear is not really good at that. It can get fooled. What I really want is that fourth to be better, and it is. Now let's go after this one. That's not very good. Maybe that's a G sharp, C sharp, fourth. Probably wide. that shows you how this is definitely a pitch raise, eh? We're doing a big pitch raise here. Yeah, this is wide, but is it too wide? Yeah, it's too wide because that's not clean. So now let's check the C sharp. Hopefully it's wide, G sharp, C sharp. Let's see if we have permission to lower this. The C sharp was tuned in the skeleton, specifically the lower skeleton. Slow, medium, fast, F, A, C sharp, F. If the C sharp is too high, we're going to have a slow, fast, fast. No, that could be a slow, slow, fast even. So what about the G sharp? Well, remember we just raised the C, and that's how the G sharp was tuned. The G sharp was tuned as a major third, G sharp, C, in these chromatic major thirds. It was the last note tuned in the sequence. So what we want to hear is a slow, fast, fast, which we probably will because we just raised the C. First we'll check for the window. G, B, A, C sharp. Make sure there's a window. If there isn't, you got to fix it. Yeah, there's a window. Now let's hear slow, fast, fast. Yeah, the GB is a little bit on the slow side compared to the others. So I think we've got it. I think we got the permission. Also remember that we don't really care that much if we're making a little bit of a mistake with the progressive major thirds because they're not musical, eh? What's musical is that fourth not being ugly like that. That might be a slow, fast. Certainly the fourth is a lot better. We can also check the fifth. Yeah, the fifth is too much. So now I can say, oh, I want that to be, I want to hear that slow, that G sharp C slow. It gives me permission to lower it. And I did hear that, which means I moved it too much. There, you got kind of like a little bit of a moving fifth, a little bit more moving fourth. And are we going to try and make it better? No, we've got all we need from that. So now there was just one little note that I had to fix, followed by another note that was affected by the change of that note. So one note was probably moved 1 cent after a 20, actually it went from minus 24 up to plus 5.4 or 5.5. That's like 31 cents. And the temperament's fine. This is not what people think. This is not what people think, but this is a new way of tuning, which provides piano technicians who embrace it extreme power that they've never had before. Hope you enjoyed watching that.